Our next story is from Mali in West Africa. Mali's military government has claimed a big win against the terrorists the country has been fighting for years. Mali army says it has captured a top leader of Islamic State Sahel branch. The man that they captured is Ahmad Ditta. Now, the leader of the regional ISIS branch called the Islamic State in the Greater Sahara. Now, Mali junta says that Ditta was responsible for a large number of violations and abuses of all kinds against innocent civilians. He also sponsored attacks against the Malian armed forces. Now, the army also says it has killed several fighters belonging to the group. It carried out an operation in the Menaka region in the country's east. The army says it recovered various military equipment, including numerous improvised explosive devices during the operation. Now, the Islamic State in the Greater Sahara, or ISGS, is an independent subgroup of the Islamic State West Africa province. It emerged in the year 2016. Now, the group operates in Liptako-Gourma region of the Sahel, which includes portions of Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger. And this has since become a hotbed for violent extremism, which has battered all three nations. But it is not just the Islamic State. Several terrorist groups operate in the region today. West Africa has now emerged as a hub of global terrorism. It all started with the Arab Spring and the fall of the Libyan state in 2011, which led to the proliferation of weapons and armed fighters in the region. This influx reignited Mali's separatist rebels, who later aligned themselves with multiple Islamist groups, including Al-Qaeda. The rise of terrorism resulted in a military coup in Mali. After the coup, the rebels split with terrorist groups. In 2013, with a transition to civilian government, they also signed a peace agreement with the new administration. However, Islamist groups took advantage of the deal and expanded their control, not just in Mali, but neighboring Burkina Faso and Niger. Then later, during its peak years, ISIS also emerged in the Sahel region. And these terrorist groups have occupied parts of West Africa and are regularly confronting the armies. In the past 3 years, Niger, Burkina Faso and Mali have seen successive coups. The military leaders promised to tackle the security challenges better. They have broken off their anti-jihadist alliance with France and Western partners and have instead turned politically and militarily toward Russia. Now, Russian fighters are active in West Africa, helping the armies to fight terrorists. However, attacks have not decreased. The region continues to be a hotbed of terrorism. In fact, Russian troops have also suffered heavy losses. In July this year, Mali separatists claimed a major win against army and Russia's Wagner group, and they have claimed to have killed at least 130 Mali soldiers and Russian troops in the clashes. Now, deaths due to armed insurgency in West Africa's military-led nations have reached a record high 7,620 in the first half of 2024, which is an increase of 9% compared to the same period in 2023. So while the alliances are changing, extremism continues and the people continue to suffer.